Hey guys, welcome to another video where I will be installing an auxiliary port for a 2005 Honda Accord. Right here is the auxiliary input interface that we'll be installing. It is for 2003 to 2012 Acura Hondas. It is basically plug and play installation, maintenance, factory wiring integrity, provide auxiliary audio input and factory radio, direct audio inputs for excellent sound and quality. Now, from all the reviews I've been looking at, this seems to be a decent product. It's pretty much plug and play. You plug it in and then you connect your RCA adapter to it and an extension. Then you can put a dash panel mount audio input, so you can connect your 3.5mm audio cable and connect that to your iPod, iPhone, any phone interface, so you can play music through your radio. We'll see how it works. Here is what it looks like. Comes in a plastic box, instructions for the AAI HD3, the connection cables. These two, one of these goes to your Accord stereo, and this one goes to your auxiliary interface. Let's see. Here it is. Let's see. AI HD. Here you go. Here are the RCA adapter connectors where you have to connect your adapter to, and the connection for the cable. It's not really that, it's big, but it's not so big. Oh, it has dip switches here, which I need to read on and find out if it's in the correct setting. Alright, let's continue. I remove the drive selector arm down, and you do that by opening this little port right here. Once you open that little port, then you can go ahead and stick your key in here. I just use a small screwdriver to open it up, and it pops up. Let's see. There it goes. I hope I can get it. It's not as easy as I thought it was. Here is where you plug in your key. Looks like it's a little dirty. Basically, I think it's just that's what it is, a push area. You don't even need a key. You can use a small screwdriver or whatever you have on hand and push it down, and that will allow you to move this shift handle all the way down. So let's continue. Now we're going to remove this panel on this side. Now I was able to pry this up first by opening this section up here and just lifting it up. It will pop up on each side, but then you have to get these corners on this side. I suggest you use some kind of prying tool to lift it up. Get it in there, lift it up. I didn't use this, I actually used a screwdriver, but luckily I didn't break it. Anyways, we go on with this, and I'm able to remove it now. It still has a couple clips in the center too, so just be careful with it. And I should be able to take this out and unclip the heaters and be able to continue with this. Then after you remove this cover here, then you head to the so-called, I think, well, it says not an ashtray, to the compartment. So you just lift it from here and then you pull out, and there are two clips in the back. They go in those slots. Now you see there's some screws there in the back, which I need to remove in order to remove the rest of this panel here, which I'm gonna do next. One screw, here. It's just a quick weekend project that I'm doing. There's the other one, magnetized. Alright. Now you should be able just to pick this up. Oh, there it goes. And it pops up. It's not this whole thing right here. It's actually just, yeah, they didn't even need to remove these screws here. Just this right here. And it comes up. Cigarette lighter's right there. I can plug that. Let's see. Special tab. Push. There it goes. Okay. Now we're gonna move on to, those are the screws I need to move out of the way. These screws right here, which will help me remove this part right here in order to exit the bottom of the radio. Oops. These are the screws right here I need to remove, which I need to remove in order to remove this little storage compartment, which I'll be able to access the radio from the top, from the bottom. And I put these screws back in place. Once you remove the screws here and here, all you have to do is keep the door closed here and the compartment and pull. Let's see, I used a small screwdriver actually to just get it from the top here. Let's see. Just pull it. And here it goes. Caught up in the bottom area here. And it's out. I can look inside here. There's the computer, and I can see underneath here. I don't see any connectors. Let me check. This is what the Accord looks without the console on. I took it out so I can run wire for the auxiliary port, and I'll show you what it looks like. Now that I've taken the console off completely, I can go ahead and remove this piece here with this socket is by, there's a screw here that I removed already, and on the other side on the bottom, I'll show you. Let's see, it's a clip right there on the top, plastic clip. So what you have to do is just unclip it from the bottom first, and then you should be able just to remove it. And comes up. Now the recommended settings for this type of auxiliary port adapter, it's 3/8 for professional installation. I'm using a Unibit. It has 3/8. The Unibit has a 3/8 port there, so you can drill head that make the perfect 3/8. So, which I have done, and came out nice and clean. I'll go ahead and install the piece. There you go. It is installed. The audio input. I'm going to go into the back, and I'm going to run it through this console. The auxiliary port, it's snug, but feels like I might be able to pull it out. So what I'm going to do is just add a little bit of, first of all, make sure that it's in the right place. And it looks like it's a little crooked, so I'm going to fix that. Here. Audio port input. To that, I'm just going to make sure it's pressed in all the way, and add a little bit of super glue on the back so it stays in put. And a little dab there, dab here, dab there, a little dab here, super glue. Shouldn't go anywhere now. Okay, I went ahead and tucked the wire in from the auxiliary port that I just installed around here, around this whole corner, going this way. I still have a little bit of slack here, which I'm just gonna loop and put it in here as well. There's lots of space in here. The only thing you gotta make sure is that you don't put anything in the center, since the cup holders go right in between here. Besides that, going all the way through right there, and going all the way through right here, the connector to the auxiliary port adapter, which I just have touching right here. Once the cover goes on right here, it's not gonna really go anywhere. It's just gonna stay there. If I have trouble with it, I'm gonna have to take it apart again, but I doubt it for now. Besides that, I wanted to show you that I attach, it comes with two connectors. One is here on top, that's the one you have to remove, which is the XM, if you have a 2005 with XM. And once you remove that one, then you can attach the one you removed to this other one right here that comes with the adapter. And then you'll be able to listen to XM or your auxiliary at same different times when you toggle to through the radio. Otherwise, you will continue to have only auxiliary and no XM. It comes with instructions on how to adjust the dip switches. No adjustment is needed. It's in the settings, so you can have everything working at the same time. Different times whenever you need them. So now time to put everything back together. As you see, I already put the console back in. I just need to pull the screws back and the cover, and I should be all set. Let's put everything back the same way you took it out. Alright, you set those 3 screws there, 2 on the right and 1 in the center. This one right here and these 2 right here. And I put the console, the cup holder back in. It just clips back in. Now I'm just going to put the cover back onto this. Nice and pretty. Now moving on to the rest of the items, which is, I think I need to put this part right here. I need to move this back, so I'm moving it back. It's still on brake. Okay. So, guess I have to leave it like that. Let's see, sorry about that. Let's see, now I'm gonna put the console back on there. Let's see. Alright. Like this. Open. Okay. Back in there. Okay. Test it. Click on. Test. Works good. Now what I need to do is put the screws back in here. Okay. Put that in. Then I have those 2 screws back in place. And I can test this again. Works good. Everything is back together. The door is working perfectly. Nothing's being impeded. This one opens like this. This one actually goes all the way up. This was just a clip in. This was easy to put back on. Just press down and it clipped in, and that's it. Now this is all done. I still need this back part. Now there are 2 screws that go, one on each side, and they go right here. Let me see if I can show you. You see where I'm pointing with the screw? Right there. Now they're a little low to the seat, so what you have to do is move the seat belt, first of all, over as much as you can. Move the seat, either if it's electrical or motorized basically, or if it's manual, just move it so you can have it a good space. Make sure this hard piece right here is not in the way. And what you do is, once you have it in a good place, move this over then you basically press on this seat as much as possible in order for you to get that screw without removing the seat. Let's see if I can do it one-handed for you guys. Let's see. Press. Okay, I started it, but I'm gonna finish it with two hands. Okay, now time to put these back here. The screws that go in here. In order to do that, you need to put this back piece off, which was snaps in. As you can see, these handles here are the ones that go all the way through, which attach to the screw, which hold this in place. So let me see if I can put this one-handed in here. Yeah, snap. It's back on. Okay, let me see about the screw now. Put that back in here. Alright. I'm not using the best screwdrivers. Left one for my tools at work. Anyways, now I'm going to the other side. That's the left side. I'll basically do the same for the other side. Now I'm going to put the top part that I took off in order to remove the console completely. Alright, this part is fairly simple. You just put it back in place. There. Actually, let's see here. I need to put one screw in to hold it in place. Make sure it's aligned correctly. Alright. Oops. These screws are, make sure you put the right screws in here. They don't have a tip, and they are the same color as the rest of the metal. Alright. I'm trying to do it left-handed and I'm right-handed. Okay. There you go, it's in place. Now you just gotta put the other screw in. And it's in, and that should be it. Let's see. Okay, doors closing, open it properly. Good. Now let's test the radio. Alright, everything is done. I'm about to test it. See audio input right next to the charger there. The reason I put it in here instead of putting it in this box right here, because sometimes you want to have this box closed just for aesthetics, make it look nice. And basically I just kind of wanted it somewhere hidden more, so I put it in here next to the lighter. Not a lighter, I'm sorry, the power 12-volt power connector. Now I'm gonna plug the cable in, and this cable I should not really have to remove it. I can just put it in here and hide it when I need to, or I just, which I'm gonna do is run it out here. And something this nice console has is the Acura that I have just comes in with this nice little flap here that you can just run your wires through, which is really convenient. And I'm just gonna run directly to the iPod or iPhone, whatever I want to connect to. Okay, I have my phone connected right now currently to the auxiliary port and cable, and as you can see here on the screen, it shows CD 1, and that's actually your iPod player. If you change here, it goes to CD. This is my actual CD.
Mixed League auction to get
XM still working, and back to CD1. If I want to go to radio. That's it. Let me play. See if I can play something while I'm recording. I could not play something while I was recording, so now I just put Pandora in the background. Let's see if I can get it running. Alright, so here goes the test of it. I connected it to an iPad, and I'm going to be playing. sound really
Sold
quick.
to Dave Donos.
His
James Shields,
extend
$18
right
to
here,
Dave Donos.
and XM2. Then here's the auxiliary port. Works good. This is the CDs.
Service King, it's more than a name. 970-11.
Works good.
LA 20.
So there you go. Installation is complete and nice and clean. Up here, let's see the cable there. Auxiliary port. All right. Now the auxiliary port stuff I used is the IS335. Came with in-dash mount audio input, the audio cable, and the RCA adapter that goes to the AA1 HD auxiliary adapter. So works good. I'm really happy with it. Can't wait till I can hear it when I'm on the road. Hopefully it helps you out a little bit, guys. Take care. Any comments, leave them below. I'll try to answer them as soon as possible.